As a guide, the adult GDA for fat, so that's the guideline daily amount, how much you should take a day, is 70 grams for total fat and 20 grams for saturated fat. And these figures are set as a sort of guide as a maximum level. Why are the bad fats bad? These tend to be the more saturated fats that are unfortunately associated with animal products and butter and cakes and pastries, so things that people like the most. Trans fats are bad for you, and there's two different types of trans fats. So the artificial trans fats, which you find in products when they've got hydrogenated vegetable oil in them. Now, Marks and Spencer's took hydrogenated vegetable out its food nearly 3 years ago. However, there are trans fats that are found naturally in dairy products, and there's nothing that we can do to remove them. If you're cooking, one of the best things you can do is to cut the fat off products before you cook them, or if it's something like mince, go for the lean or extra lean varieties and you're reducing the fat through that way. It also makes a difference what method you use. Obviously, frying, shallow frying, you're going to put a lot of fat back into the food, so try steaming, grilling, poaching or stir frying, because they all use much less fat. Cheese, again, gets a bad press for being high in fat, but there's actually ways round that. If you like cheese, why don't you buy one that's a stronger flavour and you can use slightly less of it, or look for a reduced fat or lower fat version, or just grate it so it looks like a bigger volume. Cholesterol's an interesting one because sometimes people avoid foods thinking that they're high in cholesterol. Actually, your dietary intake of cholesterol has very little impact on your blood cholesterol. The most impact it will have on your blood cholesterol is saturated fats, so you should avoid those and not worry about cholesterol in foods unless you've been specifically told so by your doctor. It is all about moderation, and make sure you don't over-consume certain types of fats. But again, everything comes back to balance and making sensible decisions most of the time, but then you can have the odd treat.